everyone, welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson. So today we are going to be having a look at multiplication and just double checking all of those skills that we have built up throughout this year to ensure that we can remember how to do basic written multiplication. So you can see that I have written the lesson objective on the board and it just says to multiply a number with up to 4 digits by a 2-digit number. So that means a number that has got up to 4 digits. So for example, a 3-digit number multiplied by a 2-digit number and so on. Okay, just realised we'll change that. So we are going to start off by doing a 3-digit number multiplied by a 2-digit number because there's a variety of groups that are doing this. Then there's some groups doing this. And then I will let you all know your activities for today. So the first things first, let's have a go at this one. So we have got 372 multiplied by 62. Now the first thing we are going to do is ignore the 6 and multiply it by 2. Now if you know how to double it, then you know what 372 doubled is. Or you can start by doing 2 multiplied by 2. So we know that 2 times 2 is 4. So I've got 4 units, okay? 2 times by 7 tens or 70 is 140. So my 1 is going to be carried over to my hundreds column and my 4 is then in my tens column. Then I've got 2 multiplied by 300. So 300 times by 2 is 600. So I've got 6 in my hundreds column plus the 100 I carried over before, so that means I've got 700. So 372 times by 2 is 744. Now we've done that before, we've done times in by a 1-digit number, but now we introduce times in by a 2-digit number. So because I've got 6 tens, I haven't got any units. So I've then put a 0 in my units column, and I start by doing 6 tens times by 2. Okay, or 60 times by 2. And we know that that gives us the answer 120. So again, I've got 2 tens, I've got no units, and I've got 100. Okay, 60 times by 20 is 120. Then I've got 60 times by 70. Well, I know that 6 times 7 is 42. So 60 times by 70 is 4,200. So I've got my thousands column, if I was to label it, thousands, hundreds, tens and units. I've got my thousands column, which is 4,000, and I've got 200, so I'm adding my 100 to make it 300, 4,300. My 4 goes here because I'm going to continue, okay? 60 times by 300, well 6 times by 3 is 18, so 60 times by 300, if you've got all your zeros, is 18,000. So I've got my 18,000 plus my 4,000, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I've now got 22,000, okay? And then I am just really quickly going to add these together. 4 add 0 is 4. 4 tens add 2 tens is 6 tens. 700 add 300 is 1,000, so I've got a 0 and carry my 1 over to my thousands column. 2,000 add 1,000 is 3,000, and 20,000 is just on its own. So I've got 23,064. Okay, what I'd like you guys to do is now pause the video and have a go at doing this one. It's exactly the same, however, instead of 3 digits, we've just got 4 digits, okay? Pause the video and off you go. Okay, welcome back. So let's have a quick look at this. Let's start with our units column, and we've got 3 multiplied by 6, which gives us 18. So I've got my 8 and I'm carrying over my 1 to my tens column. Then 3 times by 5 is 15 plus my 1 there. 3 multiplied by 800, so 8, 16, 24, so it must be 2,400 plus this, so I have got 2,500. 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, plus my, 3 multiplied by 4,000 is 12,000, plus my 2,000 is 14,000, okay? So hopefully you got that. I'll quickly whiz through it without actually talking because we should be on with it. So we know that with no units it's 50, so we've got no units. Hopefully you're getting the same answer. Okay, fingers crossed you've got that. And then we just very quickly need to add these together. 500 add 800, so we've got 1,300. Okay. Bonus points if you can read that number. Remember, split it into hundreds, tens and units, and hundreds, tens and units of 1,000. So well done if you've got that. Okay, so red, orange, yellow and green group, you can all have a look below this video and see what your activity asks you to do. Blue group, I want you to stay with me because I'm going to go through a little bit of a challenge with you, okay? So bye everybody else, and hopefully now we've just got blue group left. So blue group, you are going to be doing actual missing number calculations today with multiplication. So you can see that I've done the formal written method here, but I've cut 2 numbers out. So I'm just going to quickly talk through how you actually do this and how we solve this problem. So we can see here that the first number is 108, and we know that 6 times something times 110 and so many units is 108, okay? So 6 multiplied by something, it must end in an 8. So we need to find out what that something is. So I'm going to count up in my 6's and see. 6, 12, 18. 18 ends in an 8. So that could be a 3. Okay, it could. Doesn't mean it is. 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. So I would put my 8 down and carry my 1. 6 times by 10 is 60. Plus my 1 would give me 70. So there would be a 7 there, not 100. So the answer mustn't be 3. Let's then carry on in our 6 times tables. So we got to 18, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Remember, we're looking for it ending in an 8, 36, 42, 48. So 6 times 8 is 48. So I'm going to put 8. 6 lots of 8 is 48. I'm going to carry my 4 tens over. 6 multiplied by 10 is 60. Plus my 40 gives me 100. So that is correct. Okay. So then let's move on here. We've got something times by 8 gives me a number ending, something times by 8. We put our 0 down because this is in our tens column. So this times by 8 has got to end in an 8. So 8, so it could be a 1, couldn't it? 1 times by 8 gives me 8 with nothing to carry over. And 1 times by 1 gives me the 1. So that is correct. And then we add our numbers together and we are right. Okay, so you have got quite a few like this. The way I would do it is exactly how I've done. I put a 3 off to start there, and then when by the time I'd got here, I was like, oh no, it can't be a 3. So make sure you go back and double check it, all right? It's a challenge, blue group, but I know you can do it. All right, good luck everybody.